Good evening, Poke fans. This is Spoony Sage here, and I'm bringing you my first narrated Wi-Fi battle. I'm going to be using my Resident Evil, mostly RU team, and as you can see, my opponent will be using a somewhat standardish, speedy, hard-hitting team with 2 walls. So let's see how this goes. Now, I'm going to lead off with Hunter, and on the very first turn, he's going to try to predict me to Trick. So he will switch out to his Alakazam, who I will soon find out is Choice Specs. Although, I'm going to work on the assumption that he's Focus Sash, just in case. Now, he's going to go for the Focus Mist, and managed to get off a ton of damage on me, and this is where I should have realized that he was Choice Spect. But I'm actually going to tank that hit fairly well, and cripple him with a Thunder Wave. As I was saying, just in case he had the Sash, I figured I'd go for the Frustration and break the Sash here. So I have 2 Pokemon I could switch in on this and easily revenge them, taking out one of the major threats to my team. I'm going to opt to go into Cerberus, who will use Pursuit, because the Cerberus dogs in Resident Evil are about the scariest thing in the entire game. Especially with Life Orb. Now, Mean Shao comes in, and this is exactly what I wanted, because I can switch into Golurk here, and just tank whatever hit he wants to go for, and get off some good damage on anything coming in. An important thing to keep in mind here is that I take exactly 55 damage, because later on I'm going to be trying to use that knowledge to my advantage. My Tyrant is an interesting build. I went with a Choice Band. So here, I just kind of want to see if he has the Protect. I'm going to go for the Choice Banded Stone Edge, where he shows me Toxic. And my Stone Edge is not going to do enough. So, time to get out of there. I'm going to switch into Lickitung, which actually, I called it Liquor, but apparently Liquor is offensive in Pokemon Online, so they decided to get rid of my nickname for me. He takes a chance to go for a sub, and then I guess he's seeing how much damage he could do to me, but this is Eviolite Lickitung, and that's not really going to cut it. But the fact that he went for the Earthquake right away makes me think that maybe he doesn't have the Swords Dance, and I can just keep setting up. Yeah, apologies, this part is going to be really stalling because he's not really going to want to switch out here and waste his sub. I mean, a sub is a terrible thing to waste, people. There are kids in Africa without enough HP to create subs. Ask Chris Redfield. He's shot most of them. So let's see, I think sometime in the I think it's my next turn that I was talking to this guy on chat, and he just had to send me a facepalm message as he realized that, oh, you have rest. And I'm totally going to go for it this turn just to prevent the toxic damage from getting really close. I kind of built this Lickitung thinking of the Lickers in Resident Evil 5, where there's the big open room, and if you make any noise, then they're going to wake up and attack. Just realize you're there. So I was thinking like a sleeping Lickitung was kind of like that. And he's going to go into his special Infernape. I mean, I didn't think it was that special, but you know. I'm going to continue to get curses. I honestly didn't feel like I had that great of luck with my sleep talks. He's going to get greedy, though, and go for a nasty plot. I mean, I think he would have been much better off going for 2 focus blasts. Although, you'll see here, it's not really going to help him out that much. I mean, of course I get another curse, because that's kind of what my sleep talk does. And here we have evidence that, yeah, I mean, you can't get 3 focus blasts in a row to hit. The first 2 hitting my hunter, Kecleon, that was pretty good, but no. Here comes Minchao again, and he's going to go for the high jump kick, but I don't really want to switch out, even though I know Golurk could do a ton of damage if I switched now. I feel like shuffling his team around and getting some residual damage would help me out in the long run. He's definitely going to make the smart play this time. He's going to go for Toxic again, just so he can force me to use Rest and have another chance to take me out with Infernape. Really, the Infernape is something that worries me on his team, so I'm hoping to shuffle around to that one and kill it. Durant comes in, does not much at all considering his life orb, and I'm gonna just get rid of it. Minchao's back. So this turn I have to rest, as his Brick Break, really the high jump kick that time might have done it, but I don't think he wanted to risk it. So his strategy's worked. He can switch into Infernape now. And what do I get? Dragon Tail. It was a good strategy. By that point, I think luck would have been in my side to finally get Dragon Tail when I sleep talk, but finally, he does go into the one thing that's going to scare me out, which is actually Fortress. Because I don't want him to Rapid Spin, because then the whole strategy fails, especially with Regenerator on Minchao. So, I'm going to go to my Spin Blocker, and this is how Tyrant really works with Choice Band. You block the spin, and then he's either going to switch, or in this case, I think he goes for Stealth Rocks, but I'm going to be able to get off massive amounts of damage. So he just sets up his rocks, and then really I would have saved Fortress. It could do work against my team, especially getting rid of my rocks after Tyrant's gone, but he decides just to fodder it off. Maybe at this point he didn't realize I was choice banded, because Gliscor could have taken those hits and made me switch. And he's going to go into Durant, which he thinks will scare me out, but yeah, I kind of had a feeling he'd go for Home Claws, considering Hustle and Life Orb. So I just go for the Hammer Arm and take out Durant before it does anything. this match. Here, I'm thinking Minchao did exactly 55 damage before. If that was maximum damage, I can take this U-turn. And I don't really want to be switching around because of rocks and poison, but in the end, I just ended up death-foddering Tyrant. And he's going to be able to get his HP up pretty high because of Regenerator. But since Gliscor is in, you know what that means. Time for him to get licked. Oh, wait, no. Okay. This time, I didn't want to stall anymore. There's been a lot of stall. I'm going to go to Ouroboros, and I'm going to bank on a little bit of hacks in my favor, and I'm going to go for Ancient Power. Because I figure if I can get the boost from Ancient Power, I'll be able to tank any hit he has, and I'll be able to break subs with my Giga Drain. Because here he goes, sets up the sub. And yeah, spoilers, Ancient Power was a really bad idea. In some instances it works out for me, but in this case, yeah, I'm not going to get the boost, and it's not enough to take out a sub, so I'm going to keep going for it just to break his current sub, and then actually switch to something to do some damage. And of course, all the while I'm keeping my eye on the HP, because I know that with Regenerator, I can take the Toxic and then just switch out. As long as I have around half health, I should be able to take a hit from Minchao. So there's his Ice Fang, but you can see Giga Drain is going to pretty much negate that. If this Gliscor had Swords Dance, this battle definitely would have gone a different way. But now I'm going to have to switch out, reset my Toxic turns, and go into Liquor. The fun thing about this exchange is that he's not going to expect it, actually. He's going to set up a sub again, thinking that he can stall me out, but once again, he's going to have to waste his sub, which is a shame. But yeah, he knows that while I'm asleep is his only chance, and he goes out to Minchao, and honestly, I thought this thing was choice banded, but I'm guessing now he's Expert Belt, because this time around, I'll be able to watch him change attacks. So I was really confused why earlier in the battle he didn't U-turn more, like after using Brick Break or other things like that. Because I'm pretty sure Minchao outspeeds most everything on my team except for Cerberus is trained for speed, so I'm gonna get 2 useless sleep talks here. If I got the Dragon Tail there, I definitely would have been able to rest up, I think. Well, no, not after the high jump kick, but nonetheless, it's time for Wesker. And he thinks that Wesker is going to use Thunder, so he's going to switch into Gliscor to negate the hit. But that's not what Wesker does. Wesker saturates. Wesker is going to saturate him with Energy Ball, which is just going to destroy Gliscor and pretty much ensure me the game. Because this is a Choice Specs Energy Ball. Obviously Wesker has specs. Come on, people. Here, I mean, keep on saturating, Wesker. Keep on saturating. Nonetheless, he's definitely gonna be able to live and take me out this turn. But that means that I have Cerberus with Sucker Punch, and I have Tangrowth with my Ouroboros with, you know, Giga Drain or Sleep Powder if I wanted to. He really should have gone for the high jump kick here, but oh well. In the end, I figure why not saturate him and then destroy him with Ouroboros. So that's what I'm going to do, and this is I'm going to say it was still a pretty close 2-0. If he had gone for high jump kick, Sucker Punch with Life Orb would have barely taken him out, I think. But thank you for watching my battle. Please continue to support my channel. I'm going to be doing narrated Wi-Fi battles, some Let's Play coming up, and also some LEGO videos. So hit the like button, subscribe, and just let me know what you think.